चतुर्थः सर्गः The fourth chapter. सनिर्जित्य पुरीं लङ्कां श्रेष्ठां तां कामरूपिणीं विक्रमेण महातेजा हनुमान् कपिसत्तमः अद्वारेण महाबाहुः प्राकारमभिपुप्लुवे. That brilliant mighty armed Hanuman, the best among Kapis, after conquering the shape-shifting and auspicious city of Lanka, avoided the main gates and leapt up onto the boundary wall. Pravishya nagarim lankam kapirajahitankarah chakre thapadam savyancha shatrunam satumurdhani. Entering the city of Lanka, Hanuman, the well-wisher of the king of Kapis, placed his left foot into the city. Sage Valmiki notes that this was actually like placing his left foot on the enemy's head. Pravishta sattva sampanno nishayam marutatmajah samahapathamaasthaya mukta pushpa virajitam tatastutam purim lankam ramyam abhiyayau kapihi. That son of Vayu, endowed with great strength, entered the city at night and took the grand road shown by flowers and pearls. After that, Hanuman went towards that beautiful city of Lanka. हसितोत्कृष्टनिनदैस्तूर्य घोषपुरस्सरैः वज्राङ्कुशनिकाशैश्च वज्रजालविभूषितैः गृहमेघैः पुरीरम्या बभासेद्यौरिवाम्बुदैः. The beautiful city shone like the sky interspersed with clouds. Its cloud-like houses were filled with sounds of laughter and with sounds of musical instruments. These houses were as strong as diamonds and clubs, and with their windows decorated with precious stones. Prajajvala tato lanka raksho ganagrihaih shubhaih sitabhrasadrishaih chitraih padmasvastika samsthitaih vardhamana grihaischapi sarvatah suvibhushita. Then that city of Lanka looked brilliant, well decorated by the auspicious houses of the Rakshasas. These were huge houses which equaled white clouds of curious shapes of a lotus, a swastika, and so on. Tam chitramalya bharanam kapirajahitankarah raghavarthancharan shriman dadarshacananandacha. That glorious Hanuman, the well-wisher of Sugriva, the king of Kapis, moved around the city of Lanka, which was decorated in wonderful garlands of jewelry. For the sake of Rama, he moved around the city of Lanka and felt happy. Bhavanat bhavanam gacchan dadarsha pavanatmajah vividhakriti rupani bhavanani tatastatah. Going from one building to the other, Hanuman, the son of wind god, saw buildings of various shapes and forms on every side. Shushrava madhuram geetam tristhanasvarabhushitam strinam madasamriddhanam divichapsarasamiva. He heard a sweet song which was beautified by the three swarasthanas of classical music, sung by the lovelorn women like apsaras in heaven. Shushrava kanchi ninadam nupuranancha nisvanam sopananinadanschaiva bhavaneshu mahatmanam asphotitaninadanschа kshvelitanscha tatastatah. He also heard the sounds from the tinkling of the waistbands and anklets, sounds of footfall over the staircases of great buildings, sounds from the clapping of arms by warriors, and the roars of the Rakshasas. Shushrava japatam tatra mantran raksho griheshu vai swadhyaya niratanschaiva yatu dhanan dadarshasah ravanastava sanyuktan garjato rakshasanapi. He also heard the sounds of the chant of mantras from the houses of Rakshasas. He saw some Danavas immersed in the study of Vedas and also roaring Rakshasas singing the praise of Ravana. Rajamargam samavritya sthitam raksho balam mahat dadarsha madhyame gulme ravanasya charan bahun. He saw many spies of Ravana and a huge army of Rakshasas which stood surrounding the royal highway in the center of the city. दीक्षितान् जटिलान् मुण्डान् गोजिनाम्बरवाससः दर्भमुष्टिप्रहरणानग्निकुण्डायुधांस्तथा. Hanuman saw those who were initiated into various Vedic practices, those who had matted locks of hair, and those who had shaven heads, those who wore cowhides as clothing, and those who carried out kusha grass and fire vessels like weapons. कूटमुद्गरपाणीश्च दण्डायुधधरानपि एकाक्षानेककर्णाश्च लम्बोदरपयोधरान्. He saw those who carried hammers and clubs in their hands, and also those who carried sticks and staffs as weapons, those who were one-eyed, those who had one ear, those who were pot-bellied and had hanging breasts. कराळान् भुग्नवक्त्रांश्च विकटान् वामनांस्तथा धन्विनः खड्गिनश्चैव शतघ्नीमुसलायुधान्. Those who had horrible appearances with twisted mouths, those who were giant and dwarfish, who carried bows and arrows, those who carried swords, those who carried pestles and clubs as weapons. परिघोत्तमहस्तांश्च विचित्रकवचोज्ज्वलान् नातिस्थूलान् नातिकृशान् नातिदीर्घातिह्रस्वकान्. Those who carried large iron clubs in their hands, those with strange shining armor, those who were not very fat, not too thin, not too tall, or not too short. Nati Gauran, Nati Krishnan, Nati Kubjan, Navamanan, Virupan, Bahurupanscha, Surupanscha, Suvarchasaha. Those who were not too fair, those who were not too dark, those who were not too hunchbacked, those who were not very short, and those who had great brilliance. Dhvajin Patakinaschaiva Dadarsha Vividhayudhan Shakti Vrikshayudhanschaiva Pattisashanidharinaha. Those who carried banners, those who carried flags, and those who carried various kinds of weapons, those who had great might, carrying spears and trees as weapons. Kshepanipashahastanscha Dadarsha Samahakapihi Sragvinastvanu-liptanscha varabharanabhushitan. The great Kapi also saw those with slings and nooses in their hands, those who carried flowered garlands, wearing sandal paste and decorated with best jewelry. Nana vesha samayuktan yatha svairagatan bahun tikshna shuladharanschaiva vajrinascha mahabalan. Those who had various kinds of appearances, roaming freely at will, those who carried sharp spikes and thunderbolts. Shatasahasramavyagramārakṣam madhyamam kapihi Rakshodhipati nirdishtam dadarshantah puragratah. Hanuman saw positioned at the front of the palace 100,000 protective personnel who were attentive and positioned there at the command of Ravana. Satada tadgruham drishtva mahahataka토ranam Rakshasendrasya vikhyata madrimurdhni pratishtitam. He then saw Ravana's palace with a golden doorway. That famed building was situated on the top of the mountain. Pundarika vatansabhih parikhabhiralankritam Prakaravritam dadarsha samaha kapihi. The great Kapi saw moats filled with white lotuses surrounding that palace, which was all protected by a boundary wall. Trivishtapanibham divyam divyanādanināditam Vājiheshita sanghushtam nāditam bhūshanaistatha. A palace that had a celestial shine like heaven itself, filled with celestial sounds emanating from the neighing of horses and the clanking of ornaments. Rathair-yanair vimanaischa tatha hayagajaih shubhaih Varanaischa chaturdantai shvetabhranichayopamaih. A palace filled with chariots, ground and aerial vehicles, with beautiful sculptures of horses, huge elephants with 4 tusks, which were all shining like groups of white clouds. Bhushitam ruchiradvaram mattaischa mrigapakshibhihi रक्षितं सुमहावीर्यैर्यातुधानैः सहस्रशः राक्षसाधिपतेर्गुप्तमाविवेश महाकपिः. The great Kapi entered the house of the Lord of Rakshasas, decorated with a beautiful entrance, inhabited by great elephants, deers and birds, and protected by thousands of valiant and armed guards. Sahemajambunadachakravalam maharhamuktamaniBhushitantam Pararthyakalaagaruchandanaktam Saravanantah Puramavivesha. He then entered the palace of Ravana, which was filled with gold, which had a golden courtyard with a central area decorated by pearls and diamonds of great value and sprinkled with water scented with agaru and chandana. Ityarshe Srimad Ramayane Sundarakande Chaturtha Sargah. Thus, the fourth chapter in Sundarakanda of Valmiki Ramayanam is complete.